Ladies and gentlemen, I am today's Regimental Review announcer, 2nd Class William Klein. On behalf of the Superintendent of the Coast Guard Academy and the Corps of Cadets, I'd like to welcome you to the United States Coast Guard Academy. Today's review will be in honor of the 41st Superintendent of the United States Coast Guard Academy, Rear Admiral James E. Rendon, the United States Coast Guard Academy Parents Association, represented by Mrs. Maria Montoya, the President of the Parents Association, and the families and friends of the Corps of Cadets. For those sensitive to loud noises, please note that military protocol for rendering honors is with 13 rounds of cannon fire. Will the audience please rise for the arrival of the official party? Thank you. You may be seated. First Class Jamie Davis from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Cadet First Class Joe Winnicky from Boise, Idaho. Marching before you is the Regimental Band. The band is comprised of members of the classes of 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. Marching on to Washington Parade Field are the future officers of our nation's oldest continuous seagoing service. The Coast Guard was founded in 1790 as the United States Revenue Cutter Service. The Coast Guard Academy found its beginnings in 1876 as the Revenue Cutter School of Instruction, when 9 cadets reported aboard the cutter Dobbin. Today, there are over 900 cadets enrolled in the Academy, which is also home to the Coast Guard Officer Candidate School, the Coast Guard Leadership Development Center, the Coast Guard Band, the Coast Guard Museum, and the Coast Guard Bark Eagle, America's tall ship. The Cadet Corps consists of one regiment, which is divided into 8 companies. The 8 companies are Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, and Hotel. Service Department is led by Cadet First Class Ben Chapman from Ellsworth, Maine. Morale Department is led by Cadet First Class Jess Mulroy from Pittsburgh, New York. Support Department is led by Cadet First Class Hannah Ingerson from Kirkwood, Pennsylvania. Golf Company is led by Cadet First Class Andrew Sheffy from The Woodlands, Texas. Golf Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Morgan Kingston from Satellite Beach, Florida. The Golf Guidon is carried by Cadet Second Class Christopher Popeil from St. Augustine, Florida. Comptroller Department is led by Cadet First Class Brett Losey from Hampton, Virginia. Logistics Department is led by Cadet First Class Kelsey Hickle from Plano, Texas. Support Department is led by Cadet First Class James Rizzo from Glens Falls, New York. Foxtrot Company is led by Cadet First Class Carissa Maurer from Flagstaff, Arizona. Foxtrot Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Eileen Fagan from Alexandria, Virginia. The Foxtrot Guidon is carried by Cadet Second Class Tyler Fassett from Corinth, Texas. Conduct Department is led by Cadet First Class Michael Gagan from Shields Valley, Montana. Operations Department is led by Cadet First Class Kyle Carasato from East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Support Department is led by Cadet First Class Cody Texan from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Echo Company is led by Cadet First Class Jessica Wright from Katy, Texas. Echo Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Jonathan Dietrich from Cleveland, Ohio. The Echo Guidon is carried by Cadet Second Class Sydney Mills from Coral Springs, Florida. Transportation Department is led by Cadet First Class Bryce Matakis from Houston, Texas. External Affairs Department is led by Cadet First Class Leigh Nelson from Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Support Department is led by Cadet First Class Robert Renfro from Leonardtown, Maryland. Please rise for the passing of colors. Thank you. You may be seated. Delta Company is led by Cadet First Class Townsend Hurst from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Delta Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Sheila Duck from Hurlock, Maryland. The Delta Guidon is carried by Cadet Second Class Samuel Irwin from Nashua, New Hampshire. Regimental Review Department is led by Cadet First Class Patrick O'Shaughnessy from Trinity, Florida. Ceremonies Department is led by Cadet First Class Andrew Britton from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Support Department is led by Cadet First Class Amy Valencia from San Diego, California. Charlie Company is led by Cadet First Class Danielle McMeekin from Palm Harbor, Florida. Charlie Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Matt Chapman from Nashua, New Hampshire. The Charlie Guidon is carried by Cadet Second Class Joshua Dubois from Buena, New Jersey. Honor Department is led by Cadet First Class Kyle Smith from Lima, New York. Respect Department is led by Cadet First Class Grim Bernardi from St. Louis, Missouri. Support Department is led by Cadet First Class Patricia Eidenmeyer from Miami, Florida. Bravo Company is led by Cadet First Class Jason Kingsley from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bravo Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Tyler Henning from Cypress, Texas. The Bravo Guidon is carried by Cadet Second Class Brianna Grizel from Brookfield, Connecticut. Logistics Department is led by Cadet First Class Alyssa Milanese from Woodbridge, New Jersey. Training Department is led by Cadet First Class Andrea Saldana from Sacramento, California. Support Department is led by Cadet First Class Christian Bentley from Pompano Beach, Florida. Alpha Company is led by Cadet First Class Jay Power from Fairfield, Connecticut. Alpha Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Haley Smith from Scotland, Connecticut. The Alpha Guidon is carried by Cadet Second Class London Thomas from Tempe, Arizona. Health Department is led by Cadet First Class Samantha Corcoran from Slatington, Pennsylvania. Wellness Department is led by Cadet First Class Margaret Hine from Harrisonburg, Virginia. Support Department is led by Cadet First Class Ben Morseth from Jackson, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present the Corps of Cadets of the United States Coast Guard Academy. Will the audience please rise for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the national anthem? The Color Guard consists of select cadets and Service Academy exchange cadets and midshipmen. Selection for this duty is held in high esteem among the ranks. On the left, carrying the national anthem, is 3rd Class Gillian Gurdon from Groton, Virginia. Carrying the Corps of Cadets flag is 3rd Class Casey Crispino from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Carrying the Army flag is 2nd Class Keith Tettelbach from Northern Virginia. Carrying the Marine Corps flag is 3rd Class Kurt Kaminsky from Salem, New York. Carrying the Navy flag is 2nd Class Matthew Meltzer from New York, New York. Carrying the Air Force flag is 2nd Class Megan Marriott from Woodbridge, Virginia. Carrying the Coast Guard ensign is 3rd Class John Statsman from Johns Creek, Georgia. The two escorts on the Color Guard are 3rd Class Sarah Chen from Lynn, Massachusetts, and 3rd Class Amy Kimura from Honolulu, Hawaii. regimental commander will now exercise the regiment in the Manual of Arms. United States Coast Guard, New London, Connecticut, 26 September 2015. The Chase Hall duty officer is Chief Hayden. The cadet duty officer is Cadet First Class Yalowitz. This morning's regimental review is in honor of Rear Admiral James E. Rendon, the Parents Association, and the families and friends of the Corps of Cadets. At this time, we will present several awards to the cadets who have achieved academic and professional excellence during the 2014-2015 academic year. For the audience, please hold your applause until the final award is presented. The Ensign David A. Hoffman Award is presented to the cadet who had the highest academic standing during 4th class year. It will be presented by Mr. Brad Sicily, Coast Guard Foundation. The winner of the Ensign David A. Hoffman Award is 3rd class Andrew Getz. Accepting the award on behalf of 3rd class Andrew Getz is 3rd class Taylor Holland. The USCGA Alumni Association Undergraduate Award is presented to the cadet who had the highest cumulative GPA from 4th through 2nd class year. It will be presented by Captain Andrea Marcial, U.S. Coast Guard retired, President USCGA Alumni Association. The winner of the USCGA Alumni Association Undergraduate Award is First Class Jacqueline Kubico. The Spouses Association Academic Achievement Award for First Class is presented to the cadet who had the most improved academic standing from 4th class year to 2nd class year. It will be presented by Mrs. Tristan Horton, Coast Guard Spouses Association of Southeastern Connecticut. The winner of the Spouses Association Academic Achievement Award is First Class Margaret Hine. Accepting the award on behalf of First Class Margaret Hine is First Class Haley Smith. The Spouses Association Academic Achievement Award for 2nd class is presented to the cadet who had the most improved academic standing from 4th class year to 3rd class year. It will be presented by Mrs. Tristan Horton, Coast Guard Spouses Association of Southeastern Connecticut. The winner of the Spouses Association Academic Achievement Award is 2nd class Luke Snikowski. The excellence in the discipline of morals and ethics is presented to the cadet who demonstrated both academic excellence in morals and ethics and the ability to apply the skills gained in that course to his or own values and behavior. It will be presented by Mrs. Renee Castleberry, Vice President, Chesapeake and Potomac Parents Association Chapter. The winner of the Excellence in the Discipline of Morals and Ethics is second class Laura Beck. The fourth class Revision Award recognizes a fourth class cadet whose efforts to rewrite resulted in effective and powerful writing. It will be presented by Captain Bridget Pavlonis, Department of Humanities Chair. The winner of the fourth class Revision Award is third class Stefan Mabam. Creative Writing Award recognizes a cadet who's involved in efforts inside and outside the classroom that promote creative writing. It will be presented by Captain Bridget Pavlonis, Department of Humanities Chair. The winner of the Creative Writing Award is second class Abigail Culp. The Commandant's Undergraduate Award is presented to the cadet who had the highest academic standing during the third class year. It will be presented by Rear Admiral Rendon, U.S. Coast Guard Superintendent, USCGA. The winner of the Commandant's Undergraduate Award is second class Christopher Popeil. The George C. Alexander and Robert T. Alexander Excellence in Chemistry and Physics Awards are presented to the cadets with the highest academic standing in courses in chemistry and physics during the 2014-2015 academic year. The winner for Chemistry 1 is third class Dylan Teshumper. The winner for Chemistry 2 is third class Andrew J. Getz. Accepting the award on behalf of third class Getz is third class Taylor Holland. The winner for Physical Chemistry is first class Carolyn Smith. The winner for Analytical Methods is first class Carolyn Smith. The winner for Physics 1 is second class Bonnie Turnage. Accepting the award on behalf of second class Turnage is second class Corey Geyer. The winner for Physics 2 is second class Bonnie Turnage. Accepting the award on behalf of second class Turnage is second class Corey Geyer. The Nathan Hale Award for Excellence in Strategic Intelligence is presented to the cadet who has demonstrated significant proficiency in the subject matter of strategic intelligence by the Department of Humanities. It will be presented by Mr. Robert Rivard of the Connecticut T. Sons of the American Revolution. The winner of the Nathan Hale Award is first class Caroline Miller. The Commodore Chris G. Lagan Award is presented to the AIM cadre member deemed to have the highest proficiency in leadership by the Coast Guard Auxiliary. It will be presented by Mr. Ken Jacobs, USCGA Auxiliary. The winner of the Commodore Chris G. Lagan Award is second class Emily Sakolitz. The Proficiency in Navigation Award is presented to the second-class cadet deemed most proficient in navigation during their first 2 years of the Academy. It will be presented by Master Chief David Carr, Southeastern Connecticut Chief Petty Officers Association. The winner of the Proficiency in Navigation Award is second-class Carly Gilligan. The Rear Admiral Thomas T. Davies Award is presented to the cadet who demonstrated excellence in navigation planning and execution during their first year at the Academy. It will be presented by Captain Anthony Vogt, USCG, Assistant Superintendent, USCGA. The winner of the Rear Admiral Thomas T. Davies Award is third class Dylan Teshumper. The Society of the Cincinnati Award is presented to the cadet who had the highest cumulative military precedence list average at the end of second class year. It will be presented by Mr. Jackson Eno Jr., Society of Cincinnati of the State of Connecticut, Chairman for Committee on Representations. The winner of the Society of the Cincinnati Award is first class Christian Davari. The Military Order of the Loyal Legion of the U.S. Award is presented to the cadet who had the highest cumulative military precedence list average at the end of fourth class year. It will be presented by Companion Peter Stevens, U.S. Coast Guard retired, Connecticut Commander of the Military Order of the Loyal Legion of the U.S. The winner of the Military Order of the Loyal Legion of the U.S. Award is third class Shannon Balance. The Coast Guard Combat Veterans Award is presented to the male and female fourth class cadets who excel in the obstacle course and entry physical fitness exam. It will be presented by Chief Warrant Officer Ed Bichon, U.S. Coast Guard retired, Coast Guard Combat Veterans Association. The winners of the Coast Guard Combat Veterans Association Award are fourth class Benjamin Tamager and fourth class Anita Green. Accepting the award on behalf of fourth class Tamager and fourth class Green are fourth class Luke Soinas and fourth class Deborah Kane. Cadet Jonathan K. Brees Outstanding Summer Cadre Leadership Award is presented to the 4 summer cadre members deemed to have the highest proficiency in leadership as elected by his or her peers. It will be presented by Mr. Brad Sicily, Coast Guard Foundation. The winners of the Cadet Jonathan K. Brees Outstanding Summer Cadre Leadership Award are SWAP Summer Cadre 1, second class Mike Franco, SWAP Summer Cadre 2, second class Sierra Webb, AIM Cadre, second class Megan Witham. Accepting the award on behalf of second class Witham is second class Katie Clark, Eagle Cadre, second class Laura Beck. Congratulations to all the winners. Will the audience please rise for the rendering of honors? Thank you. You may be seated. The Regimental Commander will now present the Corps of Cadets to today's reviewing officials. Trooping the line before you is Rear Admiral James B. Rendon, Superintendent of the United States Coast Guard Academy, and Mrs. Montoya, President of the U.S. Coast Guard Academy Parents Association. Rear Admiral Rendon assumed the duties of the 41st Superintendent of the U.S. Coast Guard Academy in New London, Connecticut, June 1st, 2015. He reported to the Academy after serving as Director at Joint Interagency Task Force West, the U.S. Pacific Command's executive agent for planning and conducting counter-drug strategy in an area of operations covering more than 105 million square miles. Prior to this assignment, Rear Admiral Rendon served as Assistant Superintendent of the Coast Guard Academy, the Superintendent's direct representative to oversee day-to-day operations. Prior to his first Academy assignment, he served as Director of Staff to the Vice Commandant. Rear Admiral Rendon is a Surface Operations Specialist with a diverse list of assignments over his 28-year Coast Guard career. He served as Commander, Sector Northern New England in Portland, Maine, as well as Response Chief, 5th Coast Guard District in Portsmouth, Virginia. Rear Admiral Rendon has also had command afloat as Commanding Officer of the Surface Effects Ship Petrel in Key West, Florida. Other operational ashore assignments consist of Staff Advisor, 7th Coast Guard District, Intelligence and Law Enforcement Branch in Miami, Florida, Operations Officer for Group Key West, Florida, as well as Commander, Coast Guard Group Cape May, Coast Guard Group Mayport in Northeast Florida. Rear Admiral Rendon served as aide-de-camp to the 20th Commandant of the Coast Guard, the House of Representatives, Government Reform Subcommittee on Criminal Justice, Drug Policy, and Human Resources, followed by a 2-year assignment as Drug Policy Advisor to the Speaker of the House. Rear Admiral Rendon's personal awards include a Legion of Merit, Meritorious Service Medal, Coast Guard Commendation Medal, Coast Guard Achievement Medal, and a variety of other unit awards and service ribbons. He is authorized to wear the Cutterman's insignia and Boat Forces Operations insignia. A 1983 graduate of the U.S. Coast Guard Academy, Rear Admiral Rendon holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering and a Master of Science degree from the University of Illinois. He also completed study at the National War College, class of 2005, where he earned a Master of Science degree in National Security Strategy. Professor Maria Montoya assumed her position as President of the U.S. Coast Guard Academy Parents Association in July 2015. Prior to this position, she also served as a class representative. The Corps of Cadets will now pass and review. The Regimental Band is led by Cadet First Class Andrew Moeller from North Branford, Connecticut. The Regimental Band is under the direction of Drum Major Cadet Second Class Drew Daniels from East Haddam, Connecticut. Jay Power from Fairfield, Connecticut. Alpha Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Haley Smith from Scotland, Connecticut. Bravo Company is led by Cadet First Class Jason Kingsley from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bravo Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Tyler Henning from Cypress, Texas. Charlie Company is led by Cadet First Class Danielle McMeekin from Palm Harbor, Florida. Charlie Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Matt Chapman from Nashua, New Hampshire. Delta Company is led by Cadet First Class Townsend Hurst from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Delta Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Sheila Dutt from Hurlock, Maryland. Will the audience please rise for the passing of colors? Thank you. You may be seated. Echo Company is led by Cadet First Class Jessica Wright from Katy, Texas. Echo Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Jonathan Dietrich from Cleveland, Ohio. Foxtrot Company is led by Cadet First Class Carissa Maurer from Flagstaff, Arizona. Foxtrot Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Eileen Fagan from Alexandria, Virginia. Golf Company is led by Cadet First Class Andrew Sheffy from The Woodlands, Texas. Golf Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Morgan Kingston from Satellite Beach, Florida. Hotel Company is led by Cadet First Class Caitlin Dixon from Huntington Station, New York. Hotel Company Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Chris DeBari from Warren, New Jersey. At this time, I would like to invite everyone to stand for the playing of Semper Paratus. band has just completed its playing of Semper Paratus, which was written by Captain Francis Saltus van Boskirk in 1922. Semper Paratus, which translates into always ready, was adopted as the official Coast Guard motto in 1910.